What's up? I'm Grizz. Welcome, Heavenly Delusion episode 9. We had a tough one last week. Very tough, actually. And it really sucks because we finally felt like we were going to have to take that step forward, learning things about Robin and everything else that was going to happen. It was all kind of taken within an instant. Where we go from here now, I have zero idea. Let's just go. We'll see what happens. If you like it, I'll hit the like and subscribe. If you mean a lot to me, feel free to stick around for the discussion. Leave any comments about this episode or series. Let's get going. Episode 9. Oh, we're going to start here. Oh. Now, I wonder if this person actually looked like this the whole time, or if this was just like a post, like a dream state that we're in. Sword of light. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, I don't like this person. I don't know what the vibes, brother. So Kono, this is what he meant by the falling in love thing, and it's entirely different because it wasn't a physical way. The same way that it is with Tokyo right now. Asura. Ooh.
僕は僕が生まれた理由が分かった。だからお別れを言いに来た。
I'm so lost. Could mean multiple things, but I'm definitely okay. Okay, so this is okay. This answers a lot. Dude, what the fuck? What? We'll get to see the full perspective here instead of just the dangling feet like before. Yeah, we saw from his POV. Yeah. And that's what we saw before. Oh. Yeah, all like previous theories feel like they're out the fucking window now. What? That's not the point. Yeah. Dude, what the fuck? Yeah. How young, dude. Look how young. Oh. Take a squat. Oh. And you have one too. Dude. Okay, we're gonna get a whole episode focus here, huh? Fuck. I don't like when we're here because then I have to think harder than I want to.
They are the group of 14-year-olds.
Oh. We're going straight. Probably be the last what? Okay, I guess we're not staying over there. Okay, so they did notice the... Yeah, and we have one on the inside too. Mm-hmm. Probably. Yeah, I started noticing that before. I wasn't being drawn that way. Earthquake? Or are we going straight fucking massive? Okay, that was earthquake for sure. I was gonna say, are we gonna go massive fucking man-eater here? Because that could be bad, but no, we're good. We need money. Oh, okay. I was with Mario. There's a hole though, so we have to go in here. Yeah, of course. Yeah, imagine if it falls while you're in it. Don't go there. Please don't go in there. Okay. Yeah, are you sure? Bro's got the shin guards and everything on. Oh, the full armor set. Mimihime. Oh, it's him. Yeah. That's also true. She's awesome.
天井
No,
天井の前に浮いてるやつ。
the only you can see.
そうか。やっぱりあれ。僕にしか見えてなかったの。
Ah.
あれ本当にみんな見え
Yeah, it appears that way. That's Azura as well, right?
揃いましたね。
時代がまだだけど
Yeah, Tokyo's got a,
時代くんのことで皆さんにお
yeah,
知らせが
Tokyo's got something going on.
時代くんとはしばらく会えなくなります。
Tokyo might be having a kid.
でもまた必ず会えます。
Yeah. What is that? What is that gonna do?
カッパの下に物騒なもん隠してやがった
そちらは銃です。
Yeah, when we get our fucking laser gun, what is your little thing gonna do?
情報はほら、全部商品なんで。
金なら払うよ。ついでにこの人物とこのマーク、あと天国って言葉に何か心当たりがあれば頼むよ。
ちょっとお待ちよ。
Uh-oh.
車を止め直すので下がってください。
Yeah, alright, he's leaving. See ya.
もっと下がって。もっと。
Oh, never mind. I thought he was leaving.
これでゆっくり話ができる。それで。
Why did he do
こと
that?
ですが、知ってるかもしれません。
え、本当？
どうですか？銃と交換で。
Yeah, not
じゃ
that.
あ、お金でいいです。僕は情報を語ることを何は言いしておりまして。
I might remember. It depends on how much money I can get. Yeah.
足元見やがって。
Why are you making us so extra?
本当にあったかもしれないあれが宇宙から来たとの見方があります。また大災害の前に空飛ぶ謎の人影が多くの人に目撃されています。
Oh, and we've seen all three of these occur, so it's supposed to be which one?
何らかの特殊兵器が使用されたという。
I take that back. We haven't seen all three, but we saw like 2 out of 4 of those, so.
See you. Bye bye.
See you, bye bye じゃねえよ。マークの
Tell us
話は
anything that we
覚えてるよ。
asked.
おっと、もう少し話すと思い出せるかもな。
Oh my god.
それでは今宵も始め
The
ましょう。
walled town. This could be
これ
big.
は私の実体験なんですが、実は12歳の頃から10年間、壁に囲まれた学校に閉じ込められてい
Ah.
た。
青島さんにはたった今からレベル4の権限を与えます。
ちょっと待って
Level
青
4.
島を昇格させる理由は
青島さんは私が最も信頼する人間だからです。
しかしごく稀に顔や健康状態などが気に入られると町に監禁され種豚と呼ばれ飼われます。
Hmm.
僕はその町で種豚11号として10年を過ごしました。
Huh.
種豚の役目は雑用と女性への精子の提供です。
Oh, what the fuck is going on, dude?
そのうち一人が妊娠、
Hmm.
女の子が生まれれば人間として町に受け入れられますが、男の子が
And
生
if
まれ
not,
た
yeah.
ら取り上げられ、種豚として我々が育つ
That's an interesting flip, the way that they went about that.
のは男の子でした。
Yeah. So goodbye.
半年ほど経ったある夜、その二人が画策し、僕を含め赤ちゃんと4人で町を脱走します。
おお、そうこないと
Yeah, but
しかし見つかってしまい、暗殺された二人の死体が吊る
okay. It's like
1
a
年前
it's like a threat, like a warning. Do not come here.
こんな恐ろしい町があるとか
Yeah.
ないとか。それではまた別の話でお会いしましょう。See you.
What the
バイ
fuck?
バイじゃねえよ。赤ちゃんはどうなったんだよ。
わかりません。
胸クソ話じゃねえか
This one has nothing to do with money. I truly don't know.
赤ちゃん
Huh, okay. I was about to say, things are making some
金を
sense.
返せとは言わないが、殺される前に車に乗って失せろ。
失礼しました。
おい、どういうことだ。
This could also be one of those situations where he's not lying, though.
不思議な動きをしたんだ。
He was. Like, why did he move the
運転席が右側に
car?
あるのに車を右に寄せて止め直した。
Yeah. There's a reason for it.
とっさに車を動かす必要があったんだよ。隠したいものが目に留まったとかな。
Ah. he didn't want you to see that before he could get money.
マークの出所。
Huh. I was really starting to buy into everything that he was saying. I do wonder if there's a hint of truth to some of the things he was saying, or if he literally has just made everything up and then he parked there because he wanted to extract as much as he could. It's the same one as before.
使うもんだな。いや、すごいわ、便利や。
Alright.
高専の
Huh.
学園長挨拶してくれる人がいて、
Hmm.
災害前の感覚がもう一つよくわからんが、要は親がいて家があっても時々来れる孤児。それと塾を合わせたよ。
I'm losing it, boys. I'm losing it.
そりゃあるか。人が何人かいれば
Yeah.
ある。
Mm-hmm. The good days. Reminisce. What are you gonna find in here?
この回も高原学園だったのか。
こっち。
Is that what was on the paper?
変な鳥のマークかよ。
Oh no.
でもこれはここのマークを真似た落書きっぽいね。
そもそも俺の目的地と銃に何の関係もない可能性も結構あるよ。何これ？
They might not, but I.
寺院みたいなものだったらしい。しかもその案内の中で世の中のことを我慢地獄と書いてる。地獄の反対はマル君。
天国。
Mm-hmm.
僕はまだマークとこの学園を天国として追っていく価値はあると思うよ。
Yeah.
チラシによれば高原学園は2施設と18分室。
Okay.
分室っていうのはここと似たようなものだろう。
Ugh.
2つある施設ってのが怪しい。
The facilities is what we need.
なら
Oh no.
寝床に使えそうだけど今日はここに泊まる？
いや。
Ooh, that's kind of creepy.
ここはなんだか気味が悪い。
Yeah.
キヨ君の妊娠が発覚しました。
Yeah.
あの若さでな。
Oh.
それより相手は誰なんだ？
And we don't have cameras to even figure it out.
の概念も
It's not even that. It's also just like
この土壇場で
crucial final
これは
moments.
高原学園を揺るがす
I think that's all right. We got our confirmation. As always with the series, we finish with 55 more questions than we started with. Well, shockingly, we did answer a decent handful here. We're still left with an incredible amount, which is really sucky. Really good, though, because it keeps you wanting to go and learn more and continue forward. But it sucks because there's so much more that you want to know, and you want to know right this instant, and you're not able to know. So we clarified and confirmed a couple of really key things that were either suspected, not suspected, things like that before. So the first one, we clarified and confirmed basically that the events within the facility are happening in the past. So we're working with two different timelines here, kind of, and two different times. While our members on the outside here are trying to find the inside just to find out that there's absolutely nothing there, but they also might find some answers in which they're looking for that may have led to whatever this great disaster ended up being. Because who knows, they may be the ones who did some shit that kind of forced this to happen. Even if they weren't, for whatever reason, we still have to end up getting there. We're able to also confirm the suspicion that Tokyo was pregnant, which is something that we were expecting before. And there's some other stuff going along with that I'll talk about in a bit. And then we were also able to bring light to the theory, or at least the theory now, how before Tokyo and Maru also always look the same. So I think the suspicion that grows from that is, and almost I think everybody will probably have the same idea, is that Maru is the son of Tokyo. That's the vibe I would get. Or if it's not son, I don't know how far the years and everything is apart. So it might be moved like I think they're close enough that it would be. But if not, it would be a split, like a grandkid or something, but I'm pretty sure it would just be the son. But a lot more and other shit kind of went down. We got a lot of Asura focus early on, kind of showing the events that led to Asura's death and the other questions that kind of were raised at that point about how Asura knows the purpose for her life, I guess, and why she was there and everything that was kind of going along, and what they were kind of trying to use her for. And then she wasn't all there for that. I don't really know, but you can see that she's clearly different and very different from every single one of them. And it makes you wonder why. And just when she knows, instead of telling anybody else or letting other people know, she goes out of her way and hangs herself and basically kills herself. it leads me to the suspicion that Asura is trying to protect the others and trying to get them out of here, and trying to maybe not even get them out of here, but trying to do something so that they can kind of live their lives. Because I think this pulls towards some confirmation that Asura is the one who's been kind of fucking around with the cameras and everything and allowing Tokyo to kind of go around and do whatever she needs to. And also we saw before, as soon as Asura was about to go outside and hang herself or whatever, or whenever she was in the room talking to Kona, they ended up showing that the cameras got cut. And every single time something like that happens or Tokyo goes to do something, they cut the cameras trying to protect these people or allow these people with inside to find out the secrets and find out things and kind of learn for themselves and kind of lead them on that path and allow for all of this to go through. So I think Asura's main goal, the purpose that Asura was born and created for in a way, and they're using her within the facility for, probably wasn't the exact same as what she's actually doing and aspiring to like kind of to manifest here, which is to protect the others and kind of allow them to figure out a way to get out and learn things for themselves and, you know, protect themselves. The next interesting thing was Mimihime looking above, looking into the sky and seeing a symbol or seeing something like a shadow almost of something, which was exactly the location and the looks of what Asura was before Asura ended up killing herself. And Mimihime, the only one, realizing at that point that nobody else can see this, and she's the only one, and not understanding why, and then also realizing these visions and all these other stuff that she's had, finding somebody with. Actually, this just completely clicked and makes a ton of sense. So last week I was under the suspicion that Mimihime, because of the way that they showed the empty thing, the scene at the end where she was in the darkness surrounded by it, and then somebody came to approach her, and then she got like excited about that, and it was like my theory almost that her ended up dying. She was the one who was bandaged up, and we ended up having to see past in that situation. I think it holds a lot more light now. It makes a lot more sense considering she's seeing these visions of these other people. The vision in which she saw and somebody came from the outside who ended up like rescuing her, saving her in a way, could have been Maru coming in to kind of kill her off when Maru went to go do his Maru touch thing, and that was the vision that she saw of somebody with a similar face to Tokyo in that sense. And I think that that shows a little bit more that Mimihime ended up being that person that we end up seeing. So I think this ultimately shows all these kids were able to kind of escape and find their way out and everything that, you know, that went along with that. So good for them on that front. But things clearly weren't good for the years after and exactly where we are now in the present with our current crew. In an attempt to learn more about our symbol and everything that we're trying to find here, we end up meeting up or finding this guy, and we ask him kind of to give us some answers, and he ends up just trying to take some money from us. So he tells us some stories every single time that we end up giving him money, and these stories are very convincing, right? I was kind of believing absolutely everything that he said, and it was kind of picking up like the things and making sense. Oh, these timeline things are making sense. Oh, this is kind of the foundation. This is the beginning of what happened within the facility. This is might be what their goals are. This might be exactly what's happening. And then we find out he's a complete fraud, right? He's been lying. He moved his truck to block something, which didn't make any sense. And then we later find out it's to block the symbol of this academy, and then he would have less to kind of go off of and less to talk about if they were able to find that. So he's trying to like do all these things to kind of get away and get as much money as he possibly can out of them here. But at the end, Kiro ends up seeming like she doesn't believe at all and is just like, yeah, whatever, none of that's true, and then dismissing it. But I think that's something that we could take as viewers at least and fully understand that's not the case. And I think there was hints of truth mixed in there with exactly what he was saying and the way that the facility worked and the way that they went about things. And I think all of that is something that he probably had experience with while completely making up certain things regarding different situations that have occurred throughout it, I'm assuming. It's just finding the line of what exactly was true, what exactly wasn't mixed in there is something that I think is very important to kind of figure out and kind of think about. And I really don't know much more to add to his whole storytelling and the things that he was saying for us to kind of think on. But I think that there was some mixes of truth and some that weren't within there, but kind of give you a clear picture of exactly what possibly could have happened or the things that did end up happening, and, you know, the knowledge that we have because of that now. Going inside the building, though, we find out this academy that we're at, and this academy actually has the same exact name as the facility that it was seeing all these kids at, completely worn down places, all these buildings and everything. So it appears they have branches and they have these different locations that probably handled whatever they had to handle, right? And there's a ton of them, but they have two facilities specifically, and it seems like we're only focusing on one facility. So what exactly the second one is and what exactly is going on there, but I believe these facilities is the things that we're looking for in the heaven and everything that we're looking to find, and we're gonna have to literally go there to figure out what the fuck, you know, is left of it and what exactly we can find and the answers that we're looking for there. I do wonder exactly what the group are inside the facility and what exactly they're trying to do with this academy that they made and what like the purpose of all that was. It feels very cult-like and very, I don't know. It seems like they're trying to do something, maybe to stop some sort of disaster from happening. Maybe they were trying to do something to kind of take over and gain power. Maybe they're trying to use Asura for something. Maybe they were trying to use these kids, and that's why they're trying to give them like special abilities and things that they can do. I don't know like the purpose, but it feels very weird. Like they're trying to rise to power through this thing that they're doing, these people that they're creating. And it's just very, it feels off. I don't like it. Some things I do feel though is specifically them being like weirded out or almost about the kids figuring out things regarding like sex, and then Tokyo now having or being pregnant. Like what exactly, why their reaction was so like off to that, specifically because they were like, oh, we didn't teach them or we didn't like tell them anything on that. So like, why do they know? As if kids aren't just going to naturally be curious and like try and, you know, figure out everything that's kind of going along with that. But it also seems like the way that they treat them, the way that they dress them, the way that they kind of like act about everything, they're trying to keep everything kind of neutral in a way, like gender wise. And maybe they thought that if they went about those ways, people wouldn't kind of develop urges and desires or like reason to kind of learn and go out of their way here. And that's why they're treating all these kids the way that they kind of are. I don't know. But what exactly would there be their purpose for it? Would it be so that people wouldn't reproduce, but then they could continue to use these fake things that this guy was telling the story about, and that's actually a real thing? And even if that isn't a real thing, so that they could continue and develop man-eaters and do whatever that they have to, because they don't have to sit around and be worried about these kids, you know, trying to have kids and continue to grow population and everything. Like what exactly were they doing? I don't know. Why are they so like against it? And like everybody was taken aback by it, like all the people we saw within the meeting with them. So it wasn't just like the people on the inside, like everybody who has any sort of hand within this business seems to be really like concerned that that was the situation. So that's also something else I want to just think about and keep my eye on. Really fun though. There's a lot more, like I always say at the end of these, that I could probably go into, but I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna let it breathe. I'm gonna rewatch it while I do my edit and, you know, figure out exactly anything else that I want to think about or pick up on, but I think that it's best for that, and then we'll kind of leave it at that. So thanks very much if you watched. Please leave any comments about this episode or this series. I'd love to kind of have a little discussion about certain things and theories and stuff that people have, so please leave anything that you got. If you also liked, hit the like and subscribe. They do really mean a lot to me. Check out the other videos on the channel, and I'll be back very soon, or I guess in 1 week, for episode 10. You guys have a good one though. See ya.